What if I told you you could launch your own music production company even if you've never done it before?
No way.
That's exactly what I did. And in this video, I'm gonna share my step-by-step process of how I set up TimeServe Records. Whether you're a musician or a producer or just have the passion for music, this guide will give you the tools you need to start your own business.
Fuck that petty shit.
Before I started TimeServe Records, I was running my fire alarm and security company for about a decade before I started TimeServe Records. And with dealing with fire alarm and security, it's a totally different beast, a totally different market. However, I took those skills that I learned from my fire alarm business and applied that to me creating this business over here at TimeServe Records. I learned things like how to capture new leads, how to organize my business, how to hire new people, and how to set up systems and processes so when new people do come on or when new clients come in, there's a process that automates to keep them going from step 1 to step 2 to finally making a payment. So don't worry, in this video, I'm gonna break it down step by step of how I did it so that way you can do the same thing too. So if you're ready to start forming your business and take your music to the next level, then just keep on watching.
It's about time.
So the first thing you should do is lay down a foundation for your music business. You gotta start thinking like a real-time CEO. This ain't no short game, it's definitely a marathon, so you need to be able to set yourself up for the long term to make sure you achieve that success you're looking for. Now, when it comes to setting up your business, you got a few options. You can go the sole proprietor route, but it doesn't give you the full liability protection that you may need. Meaning, if something goes sideways or the LLC does something negligent, your personal assets can be liable or put on the line if you ever get sued. That's why many people go with an LLC. It gives you an extra layer of protection when it comes to anything that could be negligent of an LLC. It protects you, the person, from all your assets. It separates everything. So if an LLC does something that is being sued on, all the assets of the LLC is what they will be going after instead of your personal assets as well. But keep in mind, running an LLC will cost you to maintain and manage that actual business on a yearly basis. But if you want to avoid the fees from an LLC and also add an extra layer of protection, you can just form a corporation, whether it be a C Corp or an S Corp. But if you want to learn more about all the different business structures, you can watch my video here. I suggest you watch it after this video first though. No matter which way you go though, whether it be a sole proprietor, LLC or corporation, you're going to need an EIN. This will enable you to open up bank accounts and get credit cards. And the EIN is 100% free. You go to irs.gov and fill out the application so you can get your EIN. This is something like a social security number for your business. You will have to have a registered business and an EIN to be a legit business. Another thing you could think about is a DBA. This is a doing business as, and you will have to fill out form 1338-F. This is the certificate of assumed name. You would also have to pay the fees for whichever county you would like to do business in. So if it's one county, then it's just one fee. Everything is on the application. Actually, the link is in the description for that application. So how a DBA works is, let's say I have TimeServe Records as my main business. So now I want to open up a marketing company. I can do a DBA as TimeServe Marketing and then also do a DBA as TimeServe Studios. So that way the TimeServe Studios will be the creative marketing or the content team, and TimeServe Marketing will be the marketing team that will do all the promotion. And these companies can filter the money between each one, or one can just be a management of the two, but this is only just one way of how you can protect your assets when you're building a business hierarchy. The second thing is to learning how to leverage existing experiences, whether it be from your job or something that you picked up as a hobby. While running my fire alarm and security business, I picked up some skills that I never thought I would be able to acquire. These are small set skills that help me develop and manage my business. Skills like systems and processes, how I'm going to be collecting my payments, how do we collect leads, KPIs, how many leads actually hit the website, what do we do to increase that, these different types of things. We have to account for everything that happened in the business and we have to measure it. And when we measure it, we could then scale it because we know exactly what's happening within our business. So it's very important to create systems and processes and measure how your business is actually doing on a daily, weekly, or either monthly basis.
That's a lot.
But it's really not about all of the technical skills, because in my mind as a technician, I was a very good technician. So I thought that being that I was a good tech and I can fix any and everything when it comes to these systems, I can go and do business. But no, that was only 5% of what I needed to know. What I needed to know was I had to get out my shell and I had to start networking. I had to start meeting new people. I had to start talking to people I didn't know. I actually had to become somebody different from the version I was before, from a person who was more introvert to a person who had to become an extrovert. I had to now talk to people who I didn't know and build relationships with people I just met, whether it be from a trade show, an online convention, a studio meet, whatever it was. I had to put myself out there to let these people know, hey, this is what I do. This is my business. Here go a business card. What's your name? My name. And we exchange information. Prior to me actually doing that, I would have never put myself out there. So we have to get out our shells, put ourselves out there, not in a weird way, but in a professional way. So that way we get our business across and we get our name out there in front of as many people as we can.
I can do that.
Here's the thing. The game is always changing. You have to stay on your toes. That's why it's very important to understand what your market is. For me, I always had to stay on top of fire alarm regulations when it comes to installing systems. We have to know the building we're installing this system in, the classification we're going to be installing against. So we have to know all of these different things before we actually design and build a system. Before we even step foot inside of a building and run one piece of wire on paper, we need to have the design right. So it's important for me to stay ahead of any and everything when it comes to specifications, rules and regulations, and what are the requirements when it comes to fire alarm systems. So if you're in the music business, it's very important that you stay up on the latest trends, keep your ears to the streets or keep your ears to social media so you can hear the new talent that's coming up. If you're into fashion, you want to know what's hot, what's coming out, or if you're a creator that's putting out fashion, you want to make sure your fashion is hot or the hottest on the market. These are the things that you want to be able to tap into so that way you could stay ahead of the curve and never be falling behind. But the biggest thing, and I can't stress this enough, is you have to figure out what sets you apart from everyone else. For me, when it came to me starting my music business, I'm bringing over systems, processes, organizational structure all into this music business. So that way, when I hire people, I don't have to hover over them and show them a step-by-step process of how they do things. I already have PDFs, training videos. However I convey the step-by-step process to the new hirees, they have their own training program that they could do at their pace, usually within a time frame pace that they can do and learn how to operate whatever it is I need them to operate within the business. So it's very important that you be able to build out some type of system, some type of process, some type of structure of how you do your business or the things you do in your business. I position myself as the guide, right? I'm telling the people through posts, through running ads, that I have a product that can solve your problem. This is how I solve your problem. This is where you go to get your problem fixed. This is how much the solution costs. Click now.
Hurry up and buy!
I guided them through a process, through a series of posts, explaining to them either how the system can work for them, making them feel more safe, show them how they can purchase it, what happens after you purchase it. You have to detail all of the steps, whether it be through post, static post, video. You have to detail the steps so that a buyer can understand, oh, this is how I purchase from this person. Oh, now I trust this person because he made me feel safe, or whatever the situation may be. He made a beat and the beat was fire. So now I understand who this person is. I want to follow this person now. I trust this person now. I want to buy from this person. So once you build trust, it's easy to get the money. If you feel I'm giving value to this video, please subscribe to the channel. This helps me understand what type of content I need to create and what I need to double down on. So let's get back to the script. The third thing is, what are the essential tools you need to build a sustainable music production business? All right, so now that we got the foundation, it's time to talk about the tools of the trade. You can't be out here in the music business trying to make moves without the right gear. First thing you're going to need is like a DAW. This is a digital audio workstation for those that don't know what that is. This is your center hub where everything connects to it. You connect your instruments, your audio interfaces, your VSTs, everything is connected within your DAW. Some DAW examples are like Fruity Loops, Logic Pro, Ableton Live. I use Logic Pro when it comes to using my digital audio workstation. It's best for me when it comes to mixing and recording inside of that workstation. Next up, you're gonna need some type of audio interface. I started out with an M Audio and then I moved to a Focusrite. Now I stepped up to the UAD. You don't have to get anything crazy expensive. What you need is an audio interface, something that's going to connect a microphone, your speakers to your laptop. So that way, when you put your signal, you can output your sound through your audio interface. Or if you want to do recording, like vocal recording, to hook up a microphone, you're going to need an audio interface in order to make all of this work together. Don't forget about your studio monitors. You're going to want to be able to monitor your left channel and also your right channel when you're mixing in stereo. You want to be able to hear both sides of the mix when you're actually panning things left or when you're panning things right, or just to hear how the sound is coming out from both sides of the speakers. But you need to have studio monitors, one left side, one right side. In addition to your studio monitors, when it comes to mixing, you're going to need headphones. You want to be able to get some good quality headphones, something that will be able to cover your whole ears, something that's soft cushion. So when you're mixing, you can hear those little nuances within the beats, things you can't hear when you're just listening to a speaker, because most of our studios is not really soundproof. We're probably in the basement or in our room, so we may be hearing things reverberate off the walls. So using headphones actually cancels out all of that extra noise inside of your room.
I get it.
Now, when it comes to virtual instruments, you have plenty of options. We have samplers like the MPC, or you could have virtual instruments like Keyscape, Nexus, or Omnisphere. There's a bunch of VSTs out there. You just have to take your pick and the sound and textures that you like. But dressing up like Mike ain't gonna make you play like Mike. You still need a sustainable business to back all of that up. You could be the best player out there. If your business got holes in it, nobody's gonna know. You're not gonna make no money and your business is gonna fail. You're gonna be discouraged. So it's very important to make sure you set your business up right, so that way it can complement your talents. And once your talents get out in front of people, the business will help guide those people through a process and then eventually buy something from you. So don't sleep on trying to innovate. Try to create new products, try to meet new people, just try to step outside the box that you're normally in and put yourself in a different space, become a different person, become a new version, and you'll see how things will start opening up for you. Pause.
Ha ha ha.
So to ensure you remain professional and deliver results each and every time, you need to automate where you can. That's why tools like Zoho One come in the clutch. This is a tool I use and I incorporate into my business to help me manage my leads. It helped me measure my KPIs. It helped me market. It helped me manage my subscription. It helps me do everything within my business. Zoho One, this one entire platform helps me automate my whole entire business. They make it look like a solopreneur has at least 100 employees working for him. And lastly, don't forget about the mental health side of things. The music business can be very discouraging. People out there can be very mean. They can say some things that may make you feel some type of way. So you have to understand what you're doing is true to you, and you just stay consistent with that. People will catch up once they catch up. You don't have to worry about what people say, because everybody always had an opinion. Everybody always know how to do something better than the person that's actually putting themselves out there and showing people what they can do. So don't let that bother you. Push through that and just keep trusting the process and do what you do. So stay focused and stay committed and make sure you take care of self first.
That's a fact.
All right, so let's bring it back full circle. We covered a whole lot of information, from laying a foundation and building with the right tools and strategies. It's like a potential roadmap through the music business. And
You got the juice now, man.
just know that the journey doesn't stop there. It's all about keeping that momentum going, keeping things moving, and making sure you stay driven. There's going to be ups and downs, and that's all part of the game. You just got to remain focused on the vision and the reason why you actually started this in the first place. I'm Taurus the General. Peace.